Everybody, what's going on? I'm Fabian for Liberty, Fabian Calvo. Check me out, fabianforliberty.com, also fabiancalvo.me. Appreciate the tons of email we got on my TSA video that I posted on Friday. Interesting mixed reviews. I spoke about that on the website, the podcast today, the Fabian Calvo Show. That link is also down below. Now, I want to get into Barack Obama, a video that I talked about a week ago, but now the London Telegraph has come out with a story, is Barack Obama's life safe in the hands of the Secret Service, as well as new revelations regarding the White House, the breach of security at the White House, where this former veteran basically made it all the way not only into Obama's private residence area through the North Portico, but apparently was running through the White House with a knife, which is incredible. But is it really? The video I posted a few weeks ago was, does the New World Order want Obama dead? And I'll break that down here in a second. Now, first, I just want to remind you, or to let you know, if I don't think I've really talked about it, that December 5th and 6th, I'll be doing an entrepreneur live event in Costa Mesa, California, just about 45 minutes outside of Los Angeles. If you're interested in learning about setting up an online business, teaching you basically everything you need to know to break it fully down in its entirety, the registration link is down below. We have 30 tickets that we're selling. People that joined my interactive webinar series a month ago, that's been this 8-week course, which actually can probably be like a 10-week course, they get tickets included with that, but we've opened up now 30 more seats available for the general public. So again, the registration link is down below. Now, why would I even think that the New World Order would want Obama dead? Well, going back to history, we know that regardless of what you think about the official story of JFK, there is, I think, pretty good info, it's pretty obvious that many people wanted him dead, including Lyndon Johnson. Roger Stone wrote a great book about that. LBJ basically, did LBJ basically kill JFK? But again, it doesn't really matter about that. There's all kinds of conspiracies. I personally think he was gunned down in broad daylight to send a signal to the political establishment: you better not step out of line with what our New World Order ambitions are. And there's a great video on YouTube that you can watch, and basically it's the Secret Service detail once JFK has landed in Dallas, and a Secret Service guy is running next to the car, doing that jog that you see these guys do next to the car, next to JFK, and the lead lead security guy for the Secret Service basically calls him off and says, "Don't do that." And you see the guy, the security guy that was running next to JFK hold his hands up in the air, and he's like, "Well, what are you talking about?" Now, Obama clearly, I believe, I think many of you would agree, he was a total fraud. And what I mean by that is he was positioned as this great uniter. He was going to basically be this incredible president. He wasn't a radical leftist as we now know he is. Instead, he was going to be a uniter. Clearly, that's been a fraud for pretty much everything he talked about in the campaign, from not having lobbyists to, ending the wars and not, getting this Nobel Peace Prize. It's all been a scam, okay? And that's pretty obvious. If you like your doctor, you can keep it. All of that is total bullcrap. And it's been revealed. And even people on the left have now come out and said, hey, the guy's a total scam artist, right? But the question is it really him, or is it powers above him that run him? That's what I believe. I don't believe the President of the United States is the person in control, no more than I believe David Cameron is in control of England. These people are appointed. They're really puppets of this super elite New World Order system in place that's run by the biggest central banks of the world. And where that goes from there, that's for another video. But the point is that they're run by someone. And is Obama someone who will be sacrificed by the New World Order to basically fulfill and advance the agenda? If Obama did, and again, let me just do a quick disclaimer here. I pray for this president's safety. I honestly do. Any president that would be killed would be an absolute just horror show for the country. You think things are bad now, wait till if something happened, how much worse it would be. But I can't sit here and ignore the breaches of security against this president in the security detail that has been just a complete disaster. Remember back in 2009 when you had some celebrity housewife people crash when I think it was the White House Correspondents' Dinner, one of the big parties over at the White House. They literally snuck in, and they're like taking photos with President Biden. They're talking to, or Vice President Biden. They're, talking it up with Obama. And nobody was fired for that. Or when Obama was in Colombia and, 11 Secret Service guys were reprimanded for basically sleeping with hookers, doing blow, and getting their drink on. In Amsterdam, the same thing happened where you had Secret Service guys passing out in the hallway of the hotel. Last year, or a couple years ago, we had a guy with a semi-auto shoot the White House 7 times, which, by the way, it wasn't even found out till a couple days later. And now the most recent one, where we have this returning veteran who basically jumps over the White House fence, makes it all the way into the White House, and runs around the White House. The guy has a knife, and the guy desperately wanted to see Obama to quote him, saying that that the atmosphere was collapsing. So the guy's insane. I don't know if he's a Born Identity type, double agent. I don't know what the deal is, but I do know that clearly this president's life is not safe. I also believe that breach at the White House, believe it or not, gang, I think that's a clear message to Obama that he better do as he's told. Now, I'm not saying Obama's a good guy, okay? Anyone who goes along with the New World Order agenda is hellish, is quite frankly satanic. And he likely believes a lot of this bullcrap of globalization and all this other stuff, the Predator drone strikes and all this other garbage and nonsense that he's advanced and that he's advocated for. But the question is, will they sacrifice Obama like they sacrificed JFK in order to put someone in even more radical? Lyndon Johnson started the war on poverty, $22 trillion, expanded the war in Vietnam when we know that Kennedy had an executive order which would have ended the war in Vietnam, pulled out all these military advisors and troops that were in Vietnam by Christmas of December 1963. Lyndon Johnson changed all of that. He started with the model cities. He expanded the social welfare net with Medicaid in such a huge way. No one could have even imagined that just 10 years prior. And so if something happens to Obama and a Clinton takes over, what then mandate will the sheeple in this country award her? Will they say, well, yeah, look, it's not safe. This guy, basically got in. He had a semi-auto. We have to take all the semi-autos. It is, or will it be blamed on the Tea Party? I mean, there's so many variables to this, but I'd like to hear from you. A, is this president safe? And B, I mean, if I was running a company that had to have security, and someone made it into my company yielding a knife and they weren't stopped, you better believe I'd be firing the people in charge. Why has no one been fired for this breach of security? I mean, and then again, it opens a whole new question. If they can't even keep the White House safe, ladies and gentlemen, how can they possibly keep our borders, which they can't, or the country safe? I'm Fabian Calvo, Fabian for Liberty. Thanks for watching. Again, the link for my December 5th and 6th event is down below. Love to see you out there. There's going to be some really, really great info that we're going to be sharing, exactly how to concrete steps on setting up your own online business, and actually going through those steps together as we work together. Thanks for watching. I'm out.